Hi guys, so been long time since the lockdown in Malaysia, and we are back to business as usual. So it's been around 2 months since I last upload any video. So today I have with me is the AKASO Brave 6 Plus. So this is the newest model coming from the AKASO family, and of course the latest that will be coming soon in Malaysia will be the AKASO 7LE. So that particular model, we have to wait until like late September, because for Malaysia market, okay, things will be a bit slower to reach our shore. So as for Brave 6 Plus, this is only a preview unit they sent to me. I have to pay for it, okay? So it's not free exactly. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing of the Brave 6 Plus. Alright, let's unbox the Brave 6 Plus. So you can see a very nice AKASO. Alright, so not the usual box. So this is the packing one. And the batteries. So the whole housing looks very familiar to the Brave 6. So this is the Brave 6 Plus. So they have this lens cover on here, USB-C, and then micro HDMI, 3 buttons, and let's power it on. Enjoy your spot camera. So let's go. Alright guys, this is the test of the AKASO Brave 6. So now I'm in the shopping mall. So everywhere is quite noisy with kids running around. So from this you can hear the voice, the sound quality of the mic. And now we are recording in 4K, 30 frames per second without any image stabilization. So let's turn on the image stabilization to test the quality of the EIS. So one of the major improvement AKASO claimed to have on the Brave 6 Plus is that the image stabilization is now 6-axis. So let's have a look on the footage with image stabilization. Okay, 30 frames per second with image stabilization on. So this is what you expect from the quality of Brave 6 Plus on normal working vlogging test. So during the testing, I find that the EIS on the Brave 6 Plus is actually very good. So I would think that is slightly better than the V50X and definitely miles ahead of the V50 Pro series. From the footage, you can also see that the color accuracy of the Brave 6 Plus are very good also. It's not like the V50X where you have slightly overcast color. I find that the color of the Brave 6 Plus are very similar to the V50 Pro as I could remember it. But somehow we have to do side-by-side testing, then only you can actually see how good the Brave 6 Plus actually is. So let's do some running. this is the backlight test of the AKASO Brave 6 Plus. While I'm testing the AKASO Brave 6 Plus, I find one major flaw of the Brave 6 Plus is that when you record in Full HD, and particular in 60 frames per second, 60 frames per second, Full HD, my face, I mean the whole image are being distorted, okay? You can see that my face being squeezed very narrow, okay? It's not like the normal face I have. It's been squeezed out, it's very narrow, and the aspect ratio is slightly, the field of view is actually much wider than the normal field of view. So I think that's because of the software. So I think it can be fixed by the firmware update from AKASO. So AKASO, please take note that 1080p 60 frame, there's problem with it, okay? So do make a quick fix by firmware update. For the Brave 6 Plus, we also have Distortion Control as available in V50X and also the Pro series. So what does the extra on the Brave 6 Plus is that if you turn on the Distortion Control, you can still have the Image Stabilization turned on. So you can't do it on the V50X, in which I think is something to do with the processing power. So now the Brave 6 Plus have it all: Image Stabilization and also Distortion Control. Alright, let's talk about low light quality from the Brave 6 Plus. Is it any good or is it just terrible? Well, I can say that it's not too good, but I think it's quite usable in budget action camera terms, okay? So this is the image quality that you can expect if you are going to use it for nighttime. So for most of the time, you can see there's quite a lot of noise, but somehow the color accuracy are quite well maintained. Judging from the image quality coming out from the Brave 6 Plus during the night time, I believe that the Brave 6 Plus actually use the Panasonic image sensor. This is what I believe. Based on one, there's not much of the hotspot, white spot that we can see from the V50X footage. Secondly, the footage from the Brave 6 Plus at night is not very sharp. So I think it's very identical to the V50 Pro series. So that's the reason why I believe that the Brave 6 Plus actually uses the Panasonic image sensor. Do let me know, what do you think? Does this actually use the V50 Pro sensor or the V50X image sensor? Do comment below and let me know which do you think it is. On the topic of microphone, well, I think you hear a lot from my sample, and I think that the AKASO Brave 6 microphone are not that good also. Of course, it's slightly much better than the V50X, but if I'm not wrong, I think the V50 Pro microphone are among the best for the AKASO family of action cameras. Well, as mentioned by AKASO, the Brave 6 Plus actually support external microphone via the USB-C connection. But somehow, nope. I tried with different type of headphone, mic. I try out with the smartphone type. I try out the lavalier microphone. I try out with the Rode Micro. Basically, I test out about 5 to 6 microphone, and I don't find any of the microphone is working with the Brave 6 Plus. So, if you need external microphone, you have to wait for AKASO to actually release its own. So what's my conclusion of the Brave 6 Plus? So for $119 US, you get very good 4K and 2.7K image quality. The battery life is very good also. The battery is rated at 1350 mAh, and it could last me about 55 minutes of 4K recording time. I think it's very good for this price point. For me, the Brave 6 Plus is almost as complete for a budget camera should be. The only annoying things for me is that, well, I wish that there's a 1/4" mount, and this lens, I do hope that it's replaceable. Yeah, because once you scratch it, it's there forever. And I would highly recommend you to buy it if they fix the 1080p 60 frame right now. So until then, please remember to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video comparing the Brave 6 Plus against the V50X. So see ya.